Have you ran into hard obstacles in your life? I'm sure you have because we all have. Here's just the perspective on how to deal with hard obstacles because I believe you can overcome it. My name is Cyrus Ausar, and my mission is to embody the emotion of overcoming. I believe we all fight battles we hide from the world. My objective is to help you win those battles through perspective. Stay tuned. Have you had to overcome a very challenging obstacle? For me, honestly, it was seeing people in my family fail and do, how can I say, the decisions that I would not make. Using drugs, selling drugs, crime. It was a lot of things that I seen, and that was hard for me to deal with because I loved them. And that was a hard obstacle because I had to realize that this is a decision that they're making, not me. I have to accept them for who they are. But we all have different obstacles in different ways. I'm here to say this. When you look at your life and as you reflect, understand that you can accomplish anything that you want. And I know that sounds so cliche. You be like, man, I ain't trying to hear another person say you can achieve any goal, you can do all that. I'm here to say this. Look, when you map out something, you'll be surprised at what you can accomplish. I was just telling somebody about writing a book. And I was like, it's been taking me forever to write a book. I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know how I'm going to go about it. I don't know this. I said, look, how long is a book that you like? He was like, well, the most recent book I read was about 150 pages. I said, okay, well, let's just look at it like this. How about on your book, let's just outline it to be 100 pages. I want you to do 1 page per day. 1 page per day. We do the outline. I help you with the outline. I help you with all that. And I want you to do 1 page per day. When you look up 6 months later, you'll realize that your book is pretty much done. When you chop it down, you will realize some of these obstacles that we are facing, we can actually achieve. We just look at this huge picture and be like, yo, this is impossible. We look at this mountain and be like, this is impossible. But when you start breaking stuff down, you realize that it's not as challenging as you think. It doesn't matter what it is. If you walk into your house and your house is messy and you like, oh my God, there is no way. I don't even feel like doing all that. Then don't. Focus on the small thing first. Just wash the dishes. Deal with the rest tomorrow. Then you fold the clothes tomorrow. The next day, tomorrow, as you look at the ways you build and not destroy behind it, you'll realize that everything is falling into place. That's the same thing with any obstacle. And I've been noticing that the same thing as I said about family members, I had to address it one issue at a time. Here. Okay, that's not me. This is the decision that they chose to make. This is okay. This is how I'm going to overcome it. It's the same thing with no matter what goal it is. So you can achieve and overcome any obstacle that you want. But it's about how do you break that down and how do you go about it daily. Because if you break it down very small, then it may take you 6 months, a year, 2 years to get there, but you will get there. That's how it ultimately works with building a wall in general. Like they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. Or you look at the Great Wall of China, or you look at anything that's a monumental feat, then they'll tell you how long it takes for them to build it. They tell you it took us this long, it took us a decade, it took families, it took all this, and it took that long to achieve this feat. So when you look at your life and you look at the fact you want to create a business, then start mapping it out little piece by piece. As you look up, you'll realize, dang, I got a business? For me, I wrote a few books, and I got a workbook, and now I'm working on a children's activity book. I have never wrote a book prior to the first one, and I didn't even know nobody. So it's like, all right, let me figure it out. Same thing with the workbook. I had to figure out a program called InDesign. I never got on it before. I was like, you know what? Let me figure it out. And I just took it one day at a time, and I was frustrated. I was extremely frustrated. But I took it one day at a time, and before you know it, I look up and it's done. And I'm like, this is crazy. So that's how it is with a lot of our obstacles. Because what will happen is we'll get caught up with the bigger picture and we want it microwaved. That's not how anything works because it takes a process to get there. And during the process of getting there, we learn so many things about ourselves to get us to that point. And sometimes we decide we don't even want it no more. You might say, I want 6-pack abs. And as you get to working out and eating and working out, then you realize, you know what, I enjoy working out, but I don't really want that bad. So you adjust. So I'm here to say it once again. There is not an obstacle you can't overcome. It's how we look at it. It's our attitude and how we break it down. So whatever it is that you're working on currently, or whatever it is that you want to do, get a sheet of paper and start mapping out everything to the best of your ability. I want to write a book, hypothetically. What is my outline going to be? What is it going to be about? How many chapters I want it to be? How many pages I want it to be? Blah, 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 blah. Go as far as you know, as far as your mind can take it. If you don't know anything, then get on Google. And after you go through this whole checklist, go back and number it all. And go number 1, how many pages do I want it to be? That's one day. All right, you know what? I want it to be 120 pages. You're done for the day. Wash your hands. Visit it tomorrow. How many chapters do I want it to be? I want it to be 10 chapters. Okay, wash your hands. You done. Break it down like that, and you will look up and realize, dang, I got a book completed. So use that as an example to attack any obstacles in your life. If you break it down, you can achieve it for sure. Thank you for taking out the time to watch this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you like my shirt or I have hats and whatnot, you can get it in the description box below. I also have the books and the workbooks and the things that I talked about earlier in this video. So thank you once again for taking out the time to watch this.